The centre today sought privilege on alleged stolen Rafale documents present in the Supreme Court. Centre quoted Indian Evidence Act and said that such sensitive documents cannot be used in the court without official permission. Petitioner Prashant Bhushan argued that claim of privilege exists for unpublished documents, but these documents are available publicly from a long time.
The Supreme Court has reserved its order on whether the documents being deemed as secret by the Union government would be considered on record while hearing the petitions seeking a probe in the Rafale deal. While petitioners submitted before the Apex Court that there was nothing wrong in considering these documents, since the Apex Court itself had earlier observed that even if a document is stolen, that person may be accused of theft, but the document's genuinity would allow it to be considered in a court of law. This is something which the court had observed on the previous date of hearing, whereas the Union government maintained, like it had stated in its affidavit which was filed yesterday, that any stolen document could not be considered on record since due permission requires to be taken from a government official in order to produce and consider a certain official document in a court of law. It was also submitted by the petitioners that there are even provisions in RTI Act and several other provisions of law which allow certain documents to be considered. They also submitted that the Press Council Act also allows journalists not to disclose their sources, and hence these documents can be taken on record. The court had also observed today that even under RTI Act and several other provisions of law, issues of corruption can be highlighted, and issues which even pertain to security and intelligence may be brought to light if there are allegations of corruption. What remains to be seen is how many of these arguments would be taken on record by the Apex Court, since the entire fate of the petitions challenging the earlier Apex Court order which had dismissed all petitions seeking probe in the Rafale deal now hinges on.